and this man kisses him. They were locking lips, y'all. And at first he was just kind of like trying to push him off, but then there was a lot there. It was good. Hello, my name is Rin. Today I am doing something a little bit different. Uh, this video is gonna be my first episode review of a show. Actually, I'm gonna do the first two episodes of this show. So The Wicked Game just started 2 weeks ago, and I finally watched episode 1 and episode 2 today. So I'm gonna review those episodes. I'm gonna be doing these reviews because I feel like, especially with the shows that I want to watch but don't have time to react to, I'm still able to kind of talk about them. So I'm gonna start with this one because I this is my reactions for The Wicked Game is a Patreon exclusive. So I'm gonna try doing these reviews for my Patreon exclusives first. So if you want to watch my reaction to this drama, The Wicked Game, you can watch it on Patreon. But I will be also giving you my thoughts about the show here on YouTube. So yeah, I figured I would try. So anyway, like I said, I watched the first two episodes just now, and already, I'm loving it because spoilers, by the way, if you haven't already watched episode 1 and episode 2, spoilers ahead because I'm gonna get into it. But yeah, if you haven't already watched it and you're considering watching it, watch it, or you can watch my reaction to it on my Patreon if you want to. But first episode straight away, um, I was like, okay, so is Pim? Oh, like, is he okay? Because he walked into that conference room with his dad and his brother and his sister with a bit of an attitude, and I was like, And the brother didn't look happy to see him. The sister was shocked, but she didn't look too sad about it. And like later on, we find out that Peem's mom was taken out by his brother's mom, Chet's mom. So his attitude makes sense. And he came back because they sent him away to go live in Singapore. And he came back to basically get revenge for his mother's death. Like, I'm already obsessed with the storyline. Like, he came back for revenge. And he's like, I'm gonna take the company away. And the brother's like, you're not even my real brother. You're not my father's son. I'm the only son. And he's he's big mad that his little brother has come back and is not hiding the fact that he came back to take the company away from him. And I feel sorry for the sister because she just seems so overlooked by both of her brothers. I mean, Peem just made, a return to the family, but at least Chet has been overlooking her, taking credit for her work. The father's been overlooking her, not giving her credit for her work, and also making her do like help work with the brothers instead of giving her the opportunity to also be um in the running for this new project that he has. So I feel really sorry for her. But the tension between Chet and Pim, I'm already loving it. They hate each other so much. That's a lot of hate. And first of all, Chet has no right to hate anybody. He's just a spoilt brat. But you can tell that he was brought up by a very vicious individual. He was groomed to be evil. Pim, on the other hand, has every right to be angry because Chet's mom ended his mother and Chet is now threatening him. Like, so he has every right to be angry. And the dad was kind of shocking to me because I was I didn't know why he brought Pim back from Singapore, but we found out pretty early on that Pim must have blackmailed him or something, had some information on him, and like the dad said, "Oh, that stuff you have, you can't even use it. I already got rid of all the evidence. You can't really use it to incriminate me." And Pim was like, yes, but it was enough for you to get me to come back here. So the dad is definitely keeping his enemies close. And I was shocked by the fact that the father knew what Pim was up to and still had him come in and having him compete with his other son. That was that was a bit much in the first episode to be revealed like that. Was that revealed in the first episode? I think it was. I watched them both at the same time, you guys, so forgive me if I'm mixing up the storyline. Anyway, Pim runs into this guy called Tan, and I don't know if Tan was already watching him and like that accident was staged. Like a part of me is thinking maybe, but we find out more stuff about him later on that makes me think maybe not. But anyway, they meet and Pim is kind of like, just tell me how much money you want. I'll give it to you for the bike and blah 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 blah. And Tan doesn't like it, so he's like, let's call the police and fix this. And Pim leaves him the card and drives off. And then when he goes to his office, he leaves him a big chunk of money. And he says, I don't want your money. You pay me too much. Just pay me what you owe me for the medical bills and the bike. And like he seems like a very like stand up kind of guy and doesn't want to like take more than he's owed. So I guess he's a good guy. Well, he seems like a good guy. We find out that he's also an ex-cop and they framed him for like taking money or something like that. And it like his whole thing about, oh, I don't want to take your money makes a lot of sense considering that they framed him by saying that he took a bribe or something like that. And he lost his job as a cop. And like later on in the first episode, Pim is attacked by these guys and Tan just happens to come across where he's being attacked and saves him, which kind of made me think, oh, I'm still suspicious of you. Because I was like, did the brother have something to do with him going there? But I don't think that anymore, especially because of what happened in episode 2, which I'll get to in a second. So he saves him, and they end up going back to Pim's house, and Pim is very, very flirtatious with this man that he just met, and he got no shame about it, and it's kind of funny. It's kind of cute. And I like it. And the episode 1 ended with them kind of entangled with one another, and it was the most dramatized accidental fall on the sofa I've seen in a long time, and I loved it. It was so cringe, but so perfect. And episode 2 starts off with them still on the sofa and Pim basically being like, oh, my back, I can't get up. And Tan's like, bro, get off me. He doesn't get up. So he chucks him off, but he's still smiling about it. Like he's just flirting with this man. And it's so cute and ridiculous. And then, he leaves and he gets his auntie friend to look into Tan, and he finds out that he's a cop and that he was a drug cop and he got framed and lost his job because of this whole fentanyl thing. So Pim's looking into where the missing fentanyl is going from the hospital. So he's like, oh, we need him. We need him to help us. So they convince him to be his bodyguard, and they give him a whole bodyguard makeover, and it was really cute. And we kind of saw in a flashback what happened after um what's his name again? Oh god, Tan. Whew. After Tan lost his job, his family was kind of harassed by the press, and it wasn't really good. And so he kind of has like a stake in this. He needs to find out who did this so that he can probably get his job back as a cop if he can figure out who's behind the fentanyl crisis or whatever it is. And he can become a cop again if he takes out the bad guys. So they go looking for the drugs at some party house, and like the brother Chet is like, tells his bodyguard, you go there and you get the rest of those drugs. If they're looking into this, they can't find anything. So he sends his bodyguard over there, and Peem tries to get the thing, and he gets drugged by accident. Luckily, uh, why do I keep forgetting this man's name? Tan. Luckily, Tan saved him, and they just missed Chit's bodyguard. And he comes in and he's like, oh, there's one bottle missing. And he sees them when they leave, and he goes to chase them, and he gets cut off by the sister's bodyguard or secretary, whoever she is. And I'm like, okay, is the sister helping them? Because she wants to like help them, or is she helping them to help herself? Which is like, to me, I'm kind of on the sister side as well, because I don't like the fact that she's being overlooked, and she seems nice so far in episode 2. So we don't actually know if she's a bad guy yet. But for the meantime, I'm gonna go ahead and trust that she's just being helpful. So anyway, the bodyguard gets cut off, and Peem and Tan were able to make their escape, and they get back to Peem's place, and he's high, and Tan is trying to like help him, but he's very clingy, and he's been flirtatious with this man since the jump, and now he's high and he's like really handsy, and poor Tan is like trying to help him into the bathtub to like cool him down or whatever, and this man kisses him. They were locking lips, y'all, and at first he was just kind of like trying to push him off, but then there was a lot there. It was good. It was so cute. But he managed to get him off, and and then Peem started like saying, "Don't leave me, nobody loves me," and it was just so sad. And then, of course, there's a flashback of when he's a kid. All the flashbacks from when he's a kid is just sad. But this one in particular, I feel like is important, because he was being bullied by some other kids, and this random kid comes in and saves him. And, he's like, if you get bullied again, come to me. It's like, what's your name? And he says Thunderman. So he didn't say his name, but I know 100,000% it's Tan. So they met when they were kids. So there's that whole connection. And I just feel so sorry for Peem. The more we learn about him, the more I feel bad for him, because especially from his childhood and the way he was treated by his brother. Oh, it's awful. And even the little sister as well. Like she was also bullied by the brother. Well, maybe not as harshly, but she did mention that he bullied them. And yeah. And the fact that Chet is this, he's also using the drugs that he stole from his hospital, his family hospital. The dad mustn't know about that, because if he knew, I don't think he would still have him in working in the business. So he's managed to keep that secret from the dad. But I have a feeling the sister knows. So yeah, it's so messy already, and it's just episode 2, and I can't wait for the next episode, because it's already so good. And the sexual tension between Tan and P, I'm loving it. Like Tan likes P, because he even like giving little secret smiles when he thinks he's not looking, and P just being very handsy with him, even when he's sober. He's very handsy, very flirtatious. You know, y'all, I'm already obsessed, and I have a feeling that Chet's bodyguard might have a little crush on him. I don't know if there's anything going on there, but I have a feeling the bodyguard likes him. He must like him. Anyway, that was my review of episode 1 and 2 of The Wicked Game. I don't know if I'm gonna do one for every episode, but I am definitely gonna do like at the end of the season for certain shows, especially the ones that I watch on my own, because I won't be able to react to a lot of shows coming out right now. There's so many shows coming out, you guys, and I can't react to all of them. I would love to. I mean, not all of them. Some of them aren't really my taste, but the fact that there is something out there for everybody is just amazing. I think there's like, at least that I know of, 10 BLs airing right now that I'm interested in, and a few GLs. So yeah, anything that I don't watch, I mean, don't react to, I might just do a little review of the episodes. So let me know if you guys enjoy like just reviews of the show where I just talk about what I watched. If you like spoilers and stuff like that. Anyway, thank you so much for watching this review. I hope you enjoyed it. I will see you in another video. Bye.